Hello, welcome back to the channel. Tom Worth Jr. Wanted to talk about Elon Musk and his influence over our government. Now, a commenter pointed out to me, I saw it this morning on a previous video. They said they were watching the Could It Happen Here video that I posted about what happened in South Korea in that martial law declaration by their leader. And in that video, I pointed, and I totally missed this connection to what happened here with our own government. And it's funny because I actually titled that video, Could It Happen Here? I was talking about the declaration of martial law specifically. But in that video, I was briefly speaking about the South Korean system and how, they used to have a dictatorship and then they got a democracy, but the corporations, the family-run corporations, they're the big giant ones, your Samsungs, your, things like that, just hundreds of billions of dollars. Those families actually influence the politics there a great deal, and they are immune from any prosecution or anything like that. They can influence things as they see fit, and they can operate with impunity in their country. The heads of these powerful corporate families. And the person in the comment was talking about Elon Musk, basically kind of in the context of oligarchy. Like, that's happening. We have this corporate titan influencing our government, calling the shots in our own government. And this is the kind of thing that has always gone on in the background, but you had to hide it. You had to not talk about it. You had to disguise it. And all sorts of corporations, and it's corporations with a few bad guys that would surface every now and then, and there'd be bad guys on each side. You'd have the fear-mongering over George Soros or the Koch brothers, depending on which side of the spectrum you're on. But right now you have Elon Musk, you have Jeff Bezos, you have people who are they're not hiding in the shadows anymore. They have seen the influence that Putin gets from the Russian oligarchs, and they've seen influence from oligarchs all around the world. And Elon Musk, for one, the South African, has determined that, you know what? With Trump in office, like, all bets are off. We can totally, this guy is as corrupt as they come. We don't have to hide in the shadows anymore. And so he contributes $277 million, almost a third of $1 billion, just to get Trump reelected. And the way he did it, we knew he was giving over $100 million, but he made a lot of contributions just past the reporting deadline to where we wouldn't know the full extent of how much he actually contributed until well after the election. So we just found out those amounts, within the last couple weeks or so. We didn't know it was over $250 million that he dumped in, because the Democrats were wildly outspending the Republicans, and Musk helped get this over the finish line. He also brought canvassing efforts, which Trump eliminated the ground game for the Republicans long ago, with the RNC. I cut the funding for it, and so basically Musk bought this election for not the Republicans, but for Donald Trump, because he knows he can control Donald Trump. And that's why his tweets the other night sank the spending bill. And that's why Mike Johnson has to specifically call out his name in his press conference, that he talked to President Trump and he talked to Elon Musk. We've never had that before. And not in my lifetime anyway, where a Speaker of the House is calling out a corporate titan that he now answers to because the press is asking him about it. And even if you did talk to those people, you wouldn't admit it. You would lie about it because the American people would not stand for that. Having unelected people pulling the strings. Elon Musk he's never been elected and he's never run for anything. So the fact that he is openly calling the shots, and that you have a senator from Oregon referring to him as President-elect Musk, and you have Bernie Sanders calling him out. These are senators, and they are using words and using language that we have not seen them use before, because we all know that our Congress people, and in particular the senators, are beholden to big corporate interests. They've never admitted it before, and they've never called it out on the other side before like this. So this is not business as usual. This is not something that has happened before. When Trump talks about throwing out birthright citizenship, that's not some executive action that Obama did or that Biden did. This is the 14th Amendment, which has been on the books for over 150 years. We are not the only country that does this, obviously. Mexico does it, Canada does it, other countries do it. Not every country does it. We do. And he talks about, we're going to get rid of that. How do you get rid of an amendment? I don't know. I don't know how you do that. You have people like Stephen Miller and Elon Musk working feverishly to figure out how to do it. Not how to do it legally, or not how to justify doing it, but how to just say it, to just speak it into being. That to do it in a way where you're issuing the order that you don't have any birthright citizenship anymore. And who's going to do something about it? And how are they going to do something about it? Is it going to be a legal challenge? No. You own the Supreme Court. Is it going to be something that the House of Representatives or the Senate does something about? No. You own them as well. So these are... And I think that is... that's popular with the people who voted for Trump, that they hate immigrants and hate foreigners. But I do think that's a testing ground, because I think it was just today in Arizona, Trump, and first I was thinking this was a tweet, and no way Trump speaks like this, so someone else is tweeting for him, probably Stephen Miller. But he actually delivered these remarks, so these would be him reading off the teleprompter. Talking about taking the Panama Canal back from Panama, the nation of Panama. You can't do that. But he just says, we're going to do that because you're charging us too much for our goods to pass through the Panama Canal Zone. And China's having some influence there. Which they are. China is having some influence there through some Taiwanese companies that run two of the ports there, one on each side, the Atlantic and the Caribbean. But Trump can't just... That's a territorial integrity thing of another nation in this hemisphere. That is not something that the United States just takes from another country. But he uttered those words today that we could do that if we want to. Unless you charge us less. It's always about the money with Trump. It's so simple, so unconstitutional, so un-American. That's what Trump is. And these are storm clouds that I'm not laughing today. These do have me worried, because you do have people like Stephen Miller who have always been working towards their evil intentions. But now you've got the money in the Twitter platform of Elon Musk. And Elon Musk is just like Trump. He just flat out lies. He tweeted out lies about what was in the spending bill. He just made it up. And just like there's no basis in reality. And nobody they'll believe him. He's got 200 million followers on X. And if he tweets out a lie about a very specific numbers involved or pay raises for Congress, okay, maybe only 3/4 of your followers believe you. It's probably a lot more than that. But say only 3/4 do, that's 150 million people that have just bought your lie now. They've just swallowed it. And this is what Trump has always done. He just stands there and lies to your face. He lies on camera. He lies on microphone. He lies in front of crowds of people, knowing that, okay, some people are going to call me out on my lie, but most of them aren't. And And that works to my benefit because the people who do point out the truth and who do call me out, well, they're now the enemy because most of my people believe me. And so when people fact check me or call me out of my lies in any way, well, now my people just will tune them out completely and they will grow to hate them. So there's no, it's so frustrating because it's like you can't win against a liar. It's why you couldn't win against Hitler. It's why you couldn't win against Mussolini. It's why you couldn't win against Putin if you're in Russia. People believe lies, and when you confront them with the truth, they now view you as the enemy. And I don't know how you combat that. We didn't have to combat that. We were just America. We were just the United States. You can't do that here. That was what we always thought. You couldn't get away with that here. You can't do it here. You can. And it's very disturbing here on this Sunday before Christmas. So it's been on my mind, and I hate to bring it down a little bit here, but we've got to come up with something. I don't know. I'm looking for people. I'm reading more articles. I'm seeing if there's any good ideas out there. I haven't come up with any other than, hey, you can't do that. Well, that doesn't work anymore. You can do that, and they are doing that, and he is the president now, and Elon Musk is the co-president now. I don't know. Stephen Miller is more important than ever. That's where we're at. Yeah. So anyway, bringing it down a little bit here today. We'll bring it back up tomorrow or Tuesday sometime before Christmas. We'll figure it out. Don't know what it's going to be, but we'll come up with something. So sit tight, everyone, and hang in there, and we will talk to you in a day or two.